Death Stranding 2 is finally here. I've been looking forward to this game for years now, after loving the first one, and today I'm going to get the Platinum Trophy. There are 55 trophies in total, 16 for the main story, 6 for side quests, 32 miscellaneous, and of course the Platinum at the end. And if you do enjoy the video, giving it a like and subscribing to the channel would be massively appreciated. We begin with Sam and Lou travelling in the desert mountains of Mexico looking to get back home. Since the events of Death Stranding 1, Sam and Lou have gone off the grid and are now fugitives. And during the travel back home, I get the trophy My First Structure for building a structure for the first time, in this case a ladder across a river. Sam and Lou are living life in the shelter when they receive a visitor. The visitor turns off the BT security and walks in.
Who's that?
Sam confronts them and it's revealed to be Fragile.
Fragile?
Were you cooking?
She and Sam talk and she convinces Sam to travel down to Mexico to help connect them up to the chiral network, and in exchange, Sam leaving the UCA unannounced will be forgiven and he won't have to hide anymore.
Won't you help us out?
Yeah, alright.
The overall goal for Sam is to reach and connect to a research lab at the other end of Mexico to the UCA network. Sam agrees to this and leaves Lou in the care of Fragile, and he begins the journey down into Mexico. Sam takes out some mules along the way and eventually reaches the first delivery point, activating the chiral network in the area and unlocking the trophy starting point for using the new Cupid for the first time. Sam is given another delivery job, this time to connect up to a facility called Villa Libre. Just before we leave, we get the trophy a first glimpse of the SSS for looking at the in-game social media thing for the first time. And for liking one of the posts, we get the trophy It's Like That. The game has several VR training missions, and we get the trophy at My First Training Session for completing our first VR training session. Back to the deliveries, and we get the order for Villa Libre on the road. Finding past some mules to get to the camp and hand the order in. Unlocking the trophy A Life Well Liked for getting 2,400 likes for completing deliveries. And Villa Libre gives us an aid request. These are small orders that players and NPCs can give, and for completing our first order, we get the trophy Helping People to Connect. Sam continues to link up more facilities to the network, eventually reaching the lab. Here, Sam views a pre-recorded message from Deadman, and is told about the Plate Gate, a door to another part of the world, specifically Australia.
And they confirmed that they had indeed come from faraway Australia.
But they are soon interrupted by a security alert. The ground shakes as the area is attacked by a giant BT.
I have to go take a shower.
Gate quake detected. Sam, a gigantic BT just showed up outside.
Sam arms himself up with rifles and grenades and heads out to fight. As Sam finally kills the BT, he returns back to the lab to finish the message from Deadman. He's left a present for Lou, a plastic BB holder with some vaccines before one last message. Deadman has decided to head to his beach for good. A beach is like a plane of existence between life and death. I'm not going to go too into details about what all these terms mean, because we'd be here for about 4 hours otherwise. After this, Sam heads back home. Along the way, he links up 2 more facilities to the chiral network.
So, now I'm connected to the network.
Whoa. Guess I'm online now.
And eventually reaches the Mexican border. However, on the way, a security alert from his home security blares out.
Intrusion detected. Intrusion detected. Level 5 alert. Multiple unidentified armed hostiles inbound. Your shelter is under attack.
They're in danger. I gotta get back.
He quickly rushes back on his trike before being stopped again, this time by a group of seemingly hostile red soldiers and some smaller things that bark like dogs for some reason. Sam defeats these and continues on. A small group of the red bot dog things show up and run down at Sam, but are stopped by a huge red samurai.
You're that ninja.
It then takes out 4 of the larger robots before disappearing. Sam continues on the path home, but upon reaching it, finds it abandoned and ruined.
Maybe outside.
He heads back outside and finds a trail of footprints leading to Fragile with no Lou in sight. Sam and Fragile head back to the house, where Fragile then explains what happened.
Intrusion detected. Intrusion detected.
As the alarm went off, she took Lou and tried to escape. However, she was shot off of her bike and tried to teleport Lou out, but failed, with Lou perishing in the process. Back in the house, Sam sees tiny BT handprints crawling into Lou's old BT pod and appearing inside as a BT. And we unlock the trophy, Lou, Can You Hear Me? Can You See Me? For completing episode 1. After this, Sam goes into a depression for a month, repeatedly trying to take himself out, but due to his repatriate abilities, coming back every single time. Fragile eventually returns and asks Sam to join the crew of her ship, the DHV Magellan, a ship with the ability to swim through the tar and use underground tar streams to travel nearly anywhere, to which Sam agrees. After the cutscene, we unlock the trophy Time to Start a New Journey for completing episode 2. Sam gets on board and meets the crew, the pilot, imaginatively called Tarman, and Dollman, who has his soul put into a puppet. Completely normal Hideo Kojima things. The ship travels back towards the lab in Mexico near the location of the plate gates. As Sam is about to exit the ship, he connects the BB pod and witnesses a vision, very similar to the ones he saw from the first game. Sam makes his way towards the gate location and witnesses a group of people dressed in red entering the gate. He then makes his own way towards it, entering and coming out of the other side into Australia, and connects the gate to the chiral network. From here, Sam then gets back on board the ship and meets another crew member, an AI robot thing called Charlie.
Hello, Sam. My name is Charlie.
Sam picks a voice for Charlie, picking Die Hardman from the first game, and produces an absolutely nightmare fuel face for it. Charlie introduces us to the person who has funded the mission to Australia, simply called the President, who works for a company called APAS.
We believe that a new gate will manifest somewhere within Australia once full chiral connectivity is achieved.
We are tasked with linking up some nearby shelters, but first are introduced to the APAS system. These are bonuses we can select that modify Sam's stats and his equipment. And when we select our first upgrade, we unlock the trophy Self-Improvement. Sam heads off into the Australian wilderness. The first location is a place simply called The Government, a group with the goal of the reintroduction of an official Australian government. Upon reaching them and delivering some chiral medication, they give us 2 more jobs. First, to deliver some gun parts to someone called the Lone Commander. Sam heads up, and on the way Sam sees a new type of BT for the first time, a Gazer, a large BT that has the ability to see. Sam takes one out with a handful of hermetic grenades, and heads through the rain to the shelter to complete the job. The second job given to Sam was to clear out a group of enemies hassling the Western Environmental Observatory. Sam takes them out with his new sniper rifle, courtesy of the Lone Commander, and connects the facility up onto the chiral network. At this point, we finally unlock standard orders, and we take one from the observatory to the government, and this unlocks the trophy Standard Porter. After that, we build our first road segment, unlocking the trophy Road Restorer for doing so. And back to our main deliveries, we take Sam to West Fort Knot to examine some strange tar build-up outside. And upon entering, Sam is confronted by Higgs from the first game.
Well now, aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
And then a boss fight breaks out.
What a hit! Cliche. Well done, Sam.
Sam defeats the squid-like mech and connects the facility to the chiral network. Afterwards, Sam and Fragile talk and conclude that Higgs is back to get revenge on them both.
He said he came back to get revenge on you and me.
Sam is given another main facility to connect, but first he has to connect some other smaller facilities first. And as he leaves to get some deliveries done, we unlock the trophy Porters Make the World Go Round for sharing some cargo with an NPC porter. And then we get the trophy Promising Signs for creating an online aid request for the first time. APAS has an automatic request system that you can turn on, however it does get quite annoying in the open world, so I ended up turning it off. And then we get the trophy Long Distance Slugger for travelling over 80 kilometers while on deliveries. Sam heads back on the DHV Magellan and talks to Fragile, and she has done some research on Lou's history.
About how there was another BB-28, not Lou, who, according to the records, was decommissioned 4 years ago.
Sam heads out to connect the smaller facilities needed on the road to the Northern Environmental Observatory, the next major stop on the list. And I do apologise for the sound issues in the next few minutes of gameplay. I had some audio issues while recording, but everything after that is perfectly fine. He first rebuilds a local mine and sends the resources back to West Knot City, and delivers some goods to a place called Rainbow Valley, and upon delivery, we unlock the trophy Help Us Bring Australia into the network for completing Episode 3. And after the delivery, we head across the river to look for a crew member for the DHV Magellan. Sam sees her dancing in the rain as she heads off into her shelter. Sam heads inside and recruits her for the ship.
Thanks for coming, Sam.
Sam's next task is to rescue a kangaroo. He heads north and witnesses fireballs rain down from the sky, creating a bushfire.
We have a situation, Sam. I'm tracking a fresh bushfire near the injured kangaroo's location.
Sam finds the kangaroo and saves it, and heads to the animal shelter to drop it off. After this, the imaginatively called Rainy uses her powers. She automatically produces rain around her, and she puts out the fire. We then witness some of her backstory. She was kicked out of the community for her ability, and looked to end it all before Fragile stopped her. And it's revealed that the timefall is reversed within a short radius of her, restoring objects instead of rapidly aging, reversing the damage to Fragile's hand. After this, I decide to do some normal deliveries and unlock 2 trophies. The first is Heavy Lifter for transporting a total of 2 tons worth of cargo, and the second is a Porter at peak popularity for receiving 50,000 likes from deliveries. Back to the main orders, and Sam is tasked with delivering aid packages to the Northern Environmental Observatory. We travel up there via truck and get the cargo inside, and this unlocks the trophy We'll Show the World the Hope in Your Reign for completing Episode 4. After completing the delivery, Sam gets a message from Tarman. A local tar-related abnormality has appeared nearby, and he wants Sam to investigate. Sam heads to it and gets taken into the tar. We see multiple skeletal soldiers on dirt bikes and a normal human soldier on a Honda motorcycle. That strikes a remarkable resemblance to Solid Snake.
No! That is not Solid Snake!
We take control of Sam again and walk through a Mexican town. Fantastic lighting effects here, by the way. Sam fights occasional skeletal soldiers before finally finding the mysterious man himself. A much larger fight breaks out and we take the high ground and snipe for most of the fight. Eventually, after taking him out multiple times, Sam finally beats him. After this, Sam sees a woman on the ground. He tries to rescue her but is blown away by a falling rock and wakes up back outside of the tar world. He spots the woman from before inside a sarcophagus and takes her back on board the Magellan. And then we unlock the trophy Did He Say Nirvana for completing Episode 5. Tarman and Fragile examine the woman who leaks tar that has a similar effect to Timefall. After this, we head back to the animal shelter to deliver a wild animal that Sam caught and get the trophy Creature Comforter for doing so. And we get the trophy Compulsive Cargo Carrier for delivering 500 pieces of cargo. Sam continues small delivery jobs, stealing explosives from brigands, connecting more facilities to the chiral network, delivering supplies to Fort Knox after being hit by a tremor, and rescuing a man kidnapped by brigands. After returning the man, the crew discuss the mysterious woman, named Tomorrow by Fragile, and to either send her back to the tar world or to let her stay.
Alright. I'm pulling rank and making the call. She stays.
After this, Tomorrow goes missing, and Sam heads out to find her. He follows her footsteps, which eventually lead to some aggressive mech enemies. Sam fights them off, but is then ambushed by one, disarming him. Tomorrow appears, and she uses her tar powers to destroy the mechs. He then returns to the ship and Sam continues his journey and is tasked to getting to Hartman's new lab to recruit him for the ship. Sam hikes across a ridge towards Hartman's lab, ending with way too much cargo to carry, and finally gets there to unlock the trophy To Our Little Family for completing Episode 6. Sam talks to Hartman about his condition and his role on the mission, and they both head back onto the Magellan. Inside, Sam, Hartman and Fragile talk about the mails they've been receiving. Both Sam and Fragile have been receiving classified details about the BB program from an unknown source.
Attached were some highly sensitive UCA documents on BBs and chiral communications technology, including classified records of the BBs who were sacrificed to build the foundation of the chiral network.
After this, Sam heads out to do some more general deliveries, and along the way we unlock several more trophies. We unlock Dig 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 for restoring 3 mines. The trophy Rail Restorer is unlocked for fully restoring a monorail line. And I get the Making It Your Own trophy for using a custom image for your private room wall. And I did this in the absolute most mature way I could think of. Back to the main missions again, and Sam is tasked with connecting South Fort Knox. However, he needs to link several smaller outposts first, and he's told to link the pizza chef first.
Thank you. This technology is remarkable. I expect I'll receive plenty of new business.
So Sam heads out and gets the pizza chef online, and we can now use the power of pizza to get other locals onto the network. Sam then gets the job of acquiring an old BB pod from a brigand base and delivering it to a place called the Motherhood. Sam heads out and hunts the pod down. He acquires the pod and makes his walk through the desert to the Motherhood. Entering it, he is greeted by guns to the face and is eventually allowed in. The facility is being used as a safe haven for pregnant women under the care of a doctor, but recently the facility has been under attack and they want Sam to destroy a weapons factory to help stop the attacks. Sam heads out across the desert to the factory and finds it guarded by more ghost mechs, and Sam takes them all out before shutting the factory down.
Fabricators are toast. We've extracted the necessary data as well.
But as he leaves, he is confronted by Higgs and yet more mechs.
Hey, brother. Did you miss me?
Things look bleak for Sam, but the Red Samurai appears again, and it and Higgs fight.
The fuck?
Sorry, Sam. We'll have to have our fun another time.
By the way, the cutscenes in this game are incredibly good. Absolutely loved all of them. So with Higgs and the mechs gone, Sam heads back to the Motherhood and delivers the good news about the factory. We go back to delivering standard orders around the map and get the trophy emergency worker for repairing another person's structure. And then we head back to the pizza chef. We deliver a piece of cargo which opens the door to the floor below and head in. Sam is ambushed by two ghost mechs which are quickly defeated. And he goes to confront the pizza chef himself, who immediately attacks Sam.
No one will ever stop me from making my pizzas. Those who dare disrespect pizza do not deserve to live.
Goddamn.
And after that absolute madness of a cutscene, we unlock the trophy, So You're the Pizza Chef. We catch an albino kangaroo and deliver it to the animal shelter, unlocking the trophy Rare Species Rescuer for delivering a rescued albino animal. And we get Conqueror of the Golden CC for killing one of the golden chiral creatures. And with all the required smaller facilities online, we head to the East Fort Knot with a huge cargo load and get that online. And we unlock the trophy Sam the Man in the Dark About Everything for completing Episode 7. After the delivery, we are contacted by Tarman, and yet again the Tar phenomenon is happening again.
Sam, it's happened again. A disruption in the tar currents. We won't be able to head your way just yet.
Sam heads outside and gets pulled into the tar. We see the man again with his solid snake bandana. And we take control of Sam. This time we are underwater and head through a ravine towards a hospital. Sam enters and fights his way through the hospital, fighting skeletal soldiers along the way. As Sam exits the hospital, the man is waiting for him, and another fight breaks out between Sam and the fake Solid Snake. After the fight, Sam manages to grab an ID card and it gets thrown out of the world. And back on board the Magellan, the man's name and history are revealed.
His name is Neil. Neil Vanna.
Sam's next delivery requires him to track down and capture a timefall-resistant emu. He hunts it down, captures it,
It's an emu!
and delivers it to the metagenomicist. It's her that introduces us to the EX capture grenade, a grenade that lets us capture large BTs and use them in combat against other large BTs. And very quickly we encounter a large BT and use the grenade on it, unlocking the trophy BT's best friend for capturing this BT. After this, we are given a lead about the mysterious headless riders taking out people on the road network. Sam heads to the location and is teleported onto an oval road and fights off bike ghost mechs, eventually taking out the leader and unlocking the trophy The Headless Riders Unmasked. Back to the main deliveries, and Sam is asked to connect to the East Distribution Center. He crosses the mountains on foot before finally dropping off the delivery, adding the point to the chiral network. Sam heads back on board the Magellan and we unlock the trophy A Private Show for having Dollman perform a little concert. The next main order for Sam is to head to a nearby factory. This time, instead of weapons being built, it's the actual mechs, and Sam needs to go shut it down. After Sam takes down the factory and the mechs, he is tasked with rescuing a man from the tallest mountain in the game. Sam takes the long hike up the mountain, finds the man, and heads back out to his home where his son is waiting for him. Back to the Magellan, and we unlock the trophy, and his name is Neil Vanna, for completing episode 8, and we see Tomorrow trying to control her powers by ripening apples. Sam sleeps in his room and is awoken by Hartman staring into his room. Sam investigates and finds Hartman on the bridge.
Sorry.
It's me, your old pal, Dead Man. While Hartman is off conducting his near-death excursions, I am borrowing his body.
After this, Sam heads up to the mountain again to link up the environmental station there. After this, Sam heads back to the Motherhood compound again, as Rainey is getting her baby checked, while the doctor there uses a micro camera to check Sam's BB pod to find the ID number, showing the number BB00 and not 28 as first thought. Back on board the Magellan, and while travelling through the current, the ship is attacked. Higgs reveals himself and threatens the crew. Tomorrow attacks Higgs, taking his hands off. But the giant mech around the ship is still there, leaving Sam with the task of getting out on foot to take it on. Sam defeats the mech, but the ship is damaged and can no longer move without repairs. Sam heads out to get the necessary equipment and some weapons for the ship. First, he heads into a BT area to pick up some dropped cargo, and then we head to the F6 facility to deliver even more cargo.
Good evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials.
Back on board the ship, Sam talks to Hartman about the BB00 designation for Lou.
To build the chiral network, 9 sacrificial BBs were prepared. However, the network's original design required only 1, and BB00 was a lucky candidate assigned to play this role.
And with the weapons for the Magellan in the truck, Sam delivers them back, and the ship becomes operational again. Sam now has to get to the South Environmental Station added to the network, but multiple groups stand in the way. A group of brigands with chiral jammers need to be taken out by Sam first. With those out of the way, Sam has another barrier, more ghost mechs. Sam sneaks past the first group and gets into the environmental station. However, he is attacked by another group of them. Sam fights them off and gets the environmental station added to the network, and we unlock the trophy I Don't Break That Easy for completing episode 9. But as soon as Sam is done, Higgs attacks from behind, using a flamethrower out of his guitar. However, Fragile, Rainey, and Tomorrow arrive to rescue Sam. Tomorrow fights Higgs, and Rainey uses her powers to heal Sam. Back in Sam's private room, Sam notices something wrong with Lou.
Something wrong?
Lou's not looking right in there.
Dollman explains to Sam that Lou was never inside the pod, and that Sam has been carrying around an empty pod the entire time in Australia.
The pod you brought on this journey has been empty from the start.
But Sam has one more place to add to the network, Terminal Knot City. Tarman provides some potential routes for Sam to take, but I just ignore them and zipline my way across the map.
And Ronnie, I feel like you're just here for the zipline.
What?
All you do all day is go on the zipline.
And Sam reaches the distribution center just north of Terminal Knot City, and we unlock the trophy, You Will Never Be Alone, for completing Episode 10. But Tarman calls again, and it's another tar disturbance. Sam heads out and walks through the tar, this time entering into an underground train station. He heads up and encounters Neil and the skeletal soldiers, and more fights break out between the two. After taking out Neil a few times, he slumps into a train seat, and we witness a flashback.
Don't leave me!
The fighting resumes after. After defeating Neil again, he tells Sam to keep Lou safe.
Keep Lou safe.
And after completing the mission, we get the trophy Keep Lou Safe for completing Episode 11. Back to the Terminal Knot City activation, and it is being guarded by Higgs's mechs. Sam uses the Magellan's artillery to rain down explosives on the mechs, and activates a waypoint along the way. Before rushing on to the second waypoint through the fire, while in a truck to activate the second waypoint, leaving just the entrance to Terminal Knot guarded. More artillery and rounds from a chiral cannon take out the last guards, and Sam makes the run across the bridge to the city. Another large mech appears, which Sam then fights, along with a few smaller ones. And yet more mechs show up, this time surrounding Sam. But help arrives in the form of the Red Ninja, who reveals himself to be Deadman.
Meet again. Deadman, is that really you?
But one last hurdle appears for Sam, the return of the Squid Ghost Mech. After its defeat, Sam heads into Terminal Knot City and activates it to the chiral network, and we unlock the trophy to help you find the strength to carry on for completing Episode 12. However, yet again, Higgs shows up.
You see, y'all can't win. Damn it. It was me who killed Lou.
Afterwards, Sam heads back on board the Magellan and talks to the President, and the truth about APAS is revealed.
Humanity will be free from the need to move around, and free from the need for porters. By eliminating the risk of running into BTs during travel, you will have finally overcome the Death Stranding. Both gazers and humans under our constant supervision we can eliminate the risk of void arts. Humanity will be free to thrive in perpetuity, having evolved into a form that allows you to escape extinction, as is your desire.
No! I'm not about to let that happen.
See the sunset. The day is ending. Let that yawn out. There's no pretending.
What the fuck is this?
Good God!
Die Hardman explains that he was posing as Charlie the entire time to prevent the APAS plan from happening.
I take it not even APAS was aware that I've been posing as Charlie this whole time. To build a bridge to the future we want to see. To choose our own path forward.
And yet again, Higgs appears, this time in the body of the samurai.
Broadcasting live from the beach. Brand new extinction entity. Goddamn, man. She's your daughter.
What?
And we get the trophy to forsake our flesh and freedom for completing episode 13. The crew theorise that Higgs has taken Tomorrow to Amelie's beach, and that to rescue her, they need to find an object that would let them jump to it via Fragile. Sam remembers the photo of him and her at his shelter, and they need to head there to get it. However, with the tar currents unstable, Sam has to make his way across Mexico on foot. So Sam heads into a truck and starts his journey. We swap out to move on foot in the mountains and hike to the plate gate, eventually getting to it and entering through to the other side. As Sam heads through Mexico once again, he reaches near the border and a new giant BT appears. And Sam is forced to fight it.
So here's this giant enemy crab.
Just like that, Sam. Look.
Attack its weak point for massive damage.
Our enemy's growing weaker, Sam. Keep it up a little longer.
After defeating the giant enemy crab, Sam makes his way back home and searches for the photo, eventually finding it in the kitchen drawer, and heads back to the ship, which has now made it to Mexico. This unlocks the trophy we have to get Tomorrow back for completing episode 14, and we unlock the trophy Premier Porter for getting 40 in every porter grade. So, with everything set, the ship makes the jump to the beach and Sam gets out on foot with the Magellan taking out the huge BTs to protect Sam. Sam runs down the beach, taking out smaller running BTs along the way before Samurai Higgs appears again.
さっきの忍者。
After a long monologue from Higgs, another fight between Sam and Higgs begins.
What do you say? One last dance on top of their old bones?
Damn!
That's the way, Sam.
Sam defeats Higgs again, but it's not over yet, and another fight begins.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Sam beats down Higgs for the final time, and a giant Lou falls from the sky and eats Higgs. Yeah, I've got no idea what's happening here. Anyway, with that done, Sam witnesses Amelie and Fragile bringing in baby Lou. Sam gets pushed into the water by Amelie, and we get the trophy I'll Always Be With You for completing episode 15. Sam wakes up and makes the same journey with Lou from the start of the game, and upon completion appears on the beach with Tomorrow on the ground. Back on the ship, Tomorrow appears to be fine, but the same cannot be said for Fragile.
Fragile's dead, Sam.
The ship makes the journey back to Australia, and we witness a final flashback from Neil Varner's perspective.
They're after my child. Help me keep Lou safe. We'll check. Should work.
Hold it! Don't move! Don't move! No! Check fire! Check fire!
You have to save her, please.
But there's going to be conditions. This child is invaluable to us. You have to agree to let us take it. I give you my word, Neil.
Starting to come to necrosis. What the hell?
With Neil dead, he necrotizes on the table, and we take control of his BT. And we witness Sam attempt to take Lucy's body away, but the BT interacts with Sam, causing the void out 11 years ago. And then we see a final set of cutscenes play. So my understanding is that Fragile did teleport Lou out and left her for Neil to look after due to her connection with Lucy. But because Fragile's heart and car were separated when she got shot, she lost all memory of that part happening. I think. And with that, the final credits roll, and we witness Louise at the entrance of the plate gate, ready for Death Stranding 3. And after even more credits roll, we see my final stats for completing the story. But we still have a lot more to do for the Platinum Trophy, and we also get the trophy Death Can't Tear Us Apart for completing the final episode 15. So, we start our progress for the rest of the trophies. We connect up with the final facility and unlock the trophy Keep On Connecting for joining all facilities to the chiral network. Across Death Stranding 2, there are multiple types of deliveries: standard pickup jobs, recovery jobs, and elimination jobs. And completing one final elimination job, we unlock the trophy Seasoned Porter for completing 10 of each. The main grind trophy for Death Stranding 2 is called Connecting Hearts and Minds. This requires you to get 5 stars in every facility in the game. The vast majority of these are quite simple. Just deliver enough cargo to them and they will eventually level to max with no issue. However, there are a few that have some special requirements. First up, the Fisherman. We level him up to 5.9 stars, and he gives us one final task. He tells Sam of a giant that lives in the lake and wants to lure it out and take it out. First, Sam has to get the bait. The Fisherman tasks him with capturing a suitable BT, so Sam does just that and heads back to the lake and summons the BT, triggering a boss fight against a giant whale BT. Sam defeats the whale and we unlock Showdown at Tar Lake for defeating the giant BT and gaining Sam 5 stars for the Fisherman. So, what is likely the toughest delivery in the game belongs to a shelter called Mr. Impossible. It requires you to go to every brigand camp on the map and pick up extra large fragile items from all 7 of them, all in under 50 minutes with no saving allowed once started. I had to upgrade every road I had along the route and place tactical zip lines along the way. But I managed to do it with about 8 minutes left to spare. Surprisingly, there's no actual trophy for this, but it is required for the platinum in the end, and we get the 5 stars for Mr. Impossible. Even though there's actually 2 of them. Next up is the Adventurer. We've already rescued him a couple times, but we need to do it one more time. We're given the location of where he was last seen, which is quite close, and upon arrival, we find multiple floating BTs with a huge floating BT picking up Sam and teleporting him away. And when we land, we get the trophy, the scar left by the giants, for entering the BT Nexus in the F3 crater. Sam finds the Adventurer in the middle of the crater when 2 giant manta ray BTs appear. Sam bravely runs away and they despawn, allowing Sam to take the giant floating BT back to the Adventurer's facility and giving us 5 stars there. At this point, we have 5 stars in every location in the game except one, the Ghost Hunter. This is for a good reason. Post-game, to interact with this guy, we have to turn the Cupid off. This is a post-game feature. With the Cupid on, BTs do not respawn and ghost mechs don't appear, making the game a lot easier. However, turning it off re-adds both, which is the reason why I left this one till last. And we see that his shelter is disabled for us before we turn off the Cupid, which also unlocks the trophy, The Real Story of the Ghost Hunter, for apparently finding out the truth about the Ghost Hunter? I'm not sure how I did that, but sure, why not? He has a few jobs for us, but the final one tasks Sam with having to save Terminal Knot City from a void out. Sam heads towards the location stated by the Ghost Hunter, with one of the giant BTs spawning there. Sam has the good sense to bring a truck with the chiral cannons on it, which takes out most of its health, before having to exit the truck, and we finish it off with some missile launchers and a rifle. And when the BT is defeated, we unlock the trophy Saviour of Terminal Fort Knot for defeating the giant BT. And when we get back to the Ghost Hunter, we turn in the completed mission and unlock the trophy Connecting Hearts and Minds for getting all facilities to 5 stars. And that leaves just 3 trophies to go for the Platinum, and they're all connected together. The Master Builder trophy requires us to build every structure in the game at least once, and to unlock the final structure we need, Sam takes a bath in the Motherhood Hot Spring and puts a bucket on his head. This, of course, teleports him to Hartman's lab, where we talk to the woman there, and she teaches Sam the Hot Spring Digger structure. She provides Sam with a location to test it, and Sam goes to and builds the structure, unlocking the trophies Master Builder for building every structure, and Spring into Life for digging the hot spring. And for the final trophy, Sam steps into the spring, looks into the night sky, and takes a look at the star formations, unlocking the trophy Written in the Stars. And of course, the Platinum trophy, Homo Liberans, the Saviour of Humanity.
Did you like it?
And if you're still here, thanks for watching. This game is incredible, easily one of my favourite games of all time, and I really hope Kojima makes a 3rd one at some point. And if you did enjoy the video, giving it a like and subscribing to the channel would be greatly appreciated.